And welcome into Farmington High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. We've got a Region 1 special for you as the Farmington Phoenix prepare to host the Fremont Silverwolves. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Kenzie Christiansen. Kenzie, really intriguing matchup between these two. Last year, Fremont got the sweep. Farmington undefeated this year. We're going to learn a lot about these two teams.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how both teams play. I've coached a lot from both sides, and I think it'll be very interesting to see how they play against one another and where their strengths will lie.
We'll start by introducing the visitors from Fremont. The Silverwolves 3-2 on the season, 3-1 in Region 1 play. And you look at the goal scorers. Jocelyn Jensen, 24 goals for her coming into this one, 14 from McKaylee Sargent. They've been a great 1-2 punch offensively for the Silverwolves. Yeah,
McKaylee's been one that's had a strong career in general with lacrosse. With her on and off season, she's always been a starring player. So it's no surprise to see that she's doing so well so early in the season.
Meanwhile, you look at Farmington. We mentioned last year in this matchup, Fremont got the best of both matchups in the regular season, but Farmington 5-0 to start the year, 4-0 in region play. And look, a little bit more balance at the top of that. You have Haley Larson, Alexandra McCauley, and you've also got Riley Sant, all in double figures in terms of goals. And then you've got Ruby Roche, you've got Alexis Stevens. There's a lot of offense here for Farmington.
Yeah, they have a super strong offense, like starting here with the draw, Haley Larson. Way back when she started to play lacrosse, I was one of her coaches, and she was just a star from the beginning. Beautiful draw, strong, very independent. So the beginning of this game will be very fun.
Could very well come down to the goalies and the defenses and who's able to get the upper hand or maybe the late stop as we prepare to get our opening draw underway. Fremont in the road blacks and Farmington in the home whites as we are underway here from Farmington High School. Opening face-off, draw controlled there by the Phoenix. This is Haley Larson that had it. That one turned over. Boy, early opportunity here coming in, and nice check there to knock it loose. Boy, almost had one-on-one there. That would have been a great way to start the game for Fremont.
Yeah, it was a dangerous check, so I was able to get that turnover, give them a little bit of space for the Phoenixes to now work it down to their attacking end, passing up to Riley Sant, the senior.
Talk about one of the top goal scorers, also the leading assister for this Fremont or Farmington offense. I knew I was going to do that.
You got this.
Yeah.
Just the start of the game.
Hey, we're just 1 minute in. Is Farmington working it here behind. You see Sant with that little screen there coming around. This worked up top. Patience here with Larson. Bit of a wall there for this Fremont defense. They'll work.
I think if I'm watching correctly, I think they're doing a zone defense. So that'll be kind of fun to see how the Phoenixes adjust to that.
It's played with Stevens. Looking right in front. Larson shot goal, and it is Farmington on the board.
No goal, no goal.
Yeah, they waved that off.
Yellow card. Dangerous follow through. The goal will be taken away.
Boy, so we'll remain here 0-0.
So, yeah, the ball will be going to the person that was unfortunately hit on that shot. She'll be going back to the dot. It will be a whistle start. The shooter, which was Haley Larson, will be sitting out for 2 minutes. This is not a releasable play.
That's a big loss, too. The sophomore we're talking about has been pivotal for them on the draws this year. Also the top goal scorer. Off here for 2 minutes is Farmington still on it. This possessed by Michaela Jackson. As she plays that now with McCauley.
Yeah, they play a very slow and steady attack, wait for the opportunities, wait for the drive, and create lanes hopefully for one another.
Here's Sant.
It was crazy to see Sant on attack and doing so well. I know as a defender, so it's great to see her on the flip side.
Plays it in front. Nice save made there. As that was Garside able to get the stop. Farmington still on it here.
Yeah, as we watch more, they are playing a zone backer on Fremont. So as we have players in a zone defense, meaning they have a certain area that they are guarding, they have an additional player running behind as that second man.
Stevens trying to thread one in the middle there. We've got another whistle here.
Okay, there's a flag on the play. The ball will be going back to number 35 with the defendant going behind.
Stevens here to start it.
Okay, that was an early. She was on the 12. She had to wait for the lower official to blow the whistle. It was a little bit of a delay, so I understand why there was a little bit of a false start. But unfortunately, that is not by rules, so it was turnover for Fremont.
And Fremont here trying to push it, trying to take advantage of maybe an opportunity. Perry working to the angle. Good idea there. Kept here by Fremont as Farmington able to get the deflection and now working to clear. Nice job by that Farmington defense. Looked like they were on a little bit of a retreat, but able to get the stop. Fremont trying to get back defensively. Farmington looking to push. Stevens still with it here for the Phoenix. Larson, out, has it here. In amongst the triple team, drawing 4 defenders now.
Yeah, she was pulling out. She unfortunately dropped her stick, was able to get a check on her, but she gained possession once again.
Farmington working it back. That pass a little high. Able to be gathered here before going out.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, working around the perimeter here.
We'll see if Slow and Steady wins the race this time.
We've seen him with a couple of cutters in the middle. This time it is Larson.
Yes.
Picked off. Good stick work there by Raina Button. She's leading it ahead here for Fremont. Still on it. Button trying to work through a couple of Farmington defenders there.
So it looked like a stick-to-body contact is what was called. That is between the 8 and the 12. It would be pulled to the 8, but since it was outside the 12, she will be starting at the 12.
Looking to get in a shooting spot, and that one saved away. Boy, goalie lost it. But it was a nice job by Erickson there to get the stop. We'll start it here with the Silverwolves back behind the goal. Trying to get around that defense. A number of Phoenix defenders there. Trying to sweep one in. Denied. Still on the ground here. Fremont working to get it. And they do come down with it thanks to McKaylee Sargent.
Is in the sphere, so she'll be able to get an advantage on Haley Larson.
And this will be Sargent starting with it.
Good check. Through the sphere once more.
I think Farmington.
From what you see from our angle, it could look like, a lot of people say and to fight that, but it wasn't in the sphere. Refs are trained to be in the perfect positioning to see those dangerous plays. So even if we see it differently than them, they know best. Captured
by Button. And that double team jarred it loose, but the whistle there.
That does not count. just to clarify.
It's well after the whistle on that one. But it will be a start here for Fremont. Beyond the angle. Not a lot of room there for Button. Farmington trying to take it away. And the whistle there.
Empty.
Yeah, so it will be Phoenix possession. Let's start here by Jackson.
Phoenixes are doing really well about having a level field, spreading out, and having, so far, which is in those moments, a great transition forward.
And got another whistle here as Stevens will start it for the Phoenix far side. Still no score. Had an early goal that was waved off. Here's a shot and a goal. Nice finish there for Farmington. And that will be our first goal of the game. McCauley with the goal.
Yeah, that's super awesome for, this game. That's Coach's daughter. She is a freshman. So to see her get that first goal is super special for this team.
She's had a nice start to the year, Macaulay has. And a good start to the game as Farmington first to strike. We talked about 5-0 on the year. Wins over Syracuse, Davis, Roy, and Clearfield all in region play. And that Davis, that is a like opponent with Fremont. It was a close loss for the Silverwolves. They lost by 1. It was a 4-goal win for Farmington.
Yeah, I think that's so far this season, I think the longest time that it's taken to get a goal. And you know what? It's not a bad thing. Taking their time, getting the correct shot, running down that foul that Larson got, making sure no goals got in the back of the net on the defending end for the Phoenixes. Not a bad play.
That's off the bounce, gathered by Sargent. We'll see what response Fremont has here. Oh, I said, yeah. Trying to work this right down the alley there. That one jarred loose. Sargent back with it here for the Silverwolves. We really haven't seen Fremont try to execute.
Yeah, we've had a couple attempts, but no strong executions for them.
It feels like their really best opportunities have been on the run, trying to get that fast break going. Mm-hmm. See how they try to break up this D.
Uh-huh. Kate was able to get a strong body defense on her. Foul was called, but we'll see what's about to get set up. Okay, it's going to take it to 12. And a lane does not have to be cleared. I am not sure what was called. Okay, correction. The lane did have to be cleared.
Fremont ready to go here as soon as we get the signal. Jensen with it. Jocelyn, a leading goal scorer. Again, 24 for her on the season. Nice little move. Jocelyn wrapping around. And a whistle here.
The call was shooting space on Molly Bell. They'll be going to the hanging hash. This is a hard spot for any right-handed player, so we'll see how she executes this. She does have a player up center. See if she may pop it over to her.
Jocelyn coming in, trying to come across. A little underhanded goal. Scoop and score, and it tied up at 1.
That was smart on her play. She was able to get past her defenders, pull her stick down, get a Twizzler shot into the back of the net.
Good take there for Jocelyn. Evens it up here. Good response for Fremont.
Yeah, no, it was a great response for Fremont, and I think it's going to bring just the next level of intensity bringing into this game. They were able to get a shot off after that draw a lot faster than the first goal, so hopefully that brings momentum.
Off the draw. Gathered there by Eddie Bales for Farmington. Has a bit of a lane here. Wait, tough pass there, trying to feed it through the traffic of that D. And Fremont now looking to push it up. Here comes Higley. Playing that up for Stander. Bentley stood up there. Still on it here is the call there.
I don't know what she just singled. I think it was stick-to-body contact. I'm not sure if anybody knows what's going on for a second. Oh, looks like the foul was on Kate. Yes, and will be a whistle start on the 12.
Yes, Stander here will start with it. Oh,
nice interception by Molly Bell.
Yeah, boy, that's one. Not a lot of room for that pass to come through. And well done.
picked up by Ryan, but it has to go back to Molly Bell for that foul.
Bell here to start.
Pass over.
Trying to navigate through. Here comes Thal playing ahead. Moffitt. She'll peel off here, allow the offense to set up. Roche playing over to Frenich. Right into that double team, rolls around, shot just wide. Backed up here by the Phoenix.
Yeah, she had a wall of defense in front of her, but she was able to find that gap and release the shot. Unfortunately, didn't find it back in the net, but they had a lot of power behind it, which was great.
Yeah. Farmington here. Stevens. Trying to work around that D. Lost footing. Boy, that pass to the backside. Broken up. Farmington still with it here. As Ryan came away with that. That pass intercepted. Haley Perry for Fremont. Boy, she's got some room in front of her. Farmington trying to race back defensively. Still on it. Boy, the hard contact there. Sends Perry to the ground. We get the whistle. Here's Perry. Opportunity here for Fremont. Can take their first lead of the game. Shot and save. Nice play by Ellie Erickson.
A nice pass out immediately in seconds.
Farmington pushing ahead. It's been a game of quick counters here this first half as that pass intended for Sant, and that will roll through and out. It'll be Fremont possession.
It's a boundary ball, so it's self-start. Just come 2 meters onto the field, and then she's able to play.
Here's Button. See Farmington come racing back again.
Molly Bell with immediate contact for defense.
Triple team defense, not a lot of room to navigate there. Erickson coming near side with Enright. Excuse me, that is not. That was 26. My bad, London. Apologies. Here comes Farmington. Right through and scored. Boy, that's quick action end to end. Farmington getting the look for their best scorers. They retake the lead.
Yeah, that was a great transition, able to look ahead, and Haley Lyson was able to get that moment back, actually get the goal in the back of the net, and it secured on the board.
Had a goal earlier, wiped off due to a flag, able to score here with 11 plus to play and gives Farmington the 2-1 lead. We've got a timeout being taken here by Fremont. Timeout, Silverwolves. We'll step aside. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back here. 2-1, Farmington leading Fremont. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Good start in Region 1 up north this year. Mm-hmm. Two teams well positioned to contend for a Region 1 title. Early thoughts of this first half, Kenzie. What has stood out to you?
I think the biggest thing that stood out to me is that Farmington is not afraid to pass the ball. They have trust within their teammates. They have the ability to get the passes forward, and I think that's something that stood out the most so far to me.
I've been surprised at the up and down nature. We've had a lot of quick counter opportunities in this first half.
I think that's kind of like what may have been talked about during that timeout, is just how to capitalize on those turnovers, making sure your players are in the correct positionings. You're taking the effect of it 4 away versus 4 behind. Things like that can really capitalize on the game.
Both these two offenses have some potency to them. We talked about individual goal scorers. Fremont has a couple goals or a couple games this year where they've scored over 20. Farmington's also scored over 20 in games, and so it's one where it was like, does the offense get the better end? Does the defense in this first half so far? It's been the D that's been able to stand up, limit opportunities. But Haley Larson, who's got it now as she plays it ahead, she's really been a big differential in this game as Farmington here to set up the offense. Here's Roche.
Farmington's doing something that's smart, like we've said a few times. They're taking their time, but they're also playing outside the 12. A lot of teams, find themselves sucking in. That's not something that Farmington's done.
And that has been one thing that we've seen the Fremont defense do, is disrupt a lot of passes. Hey, if you can't pass it inside, how about just use the angle? Good burst there for Farmington as it's 3-1.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. That was her left hand. I believe that's her second shot for the game and for the team. Great execution and way to use the non-dominant hand.
I feel like Fremont's done a really nice job of breaking up a lot of those passes.
That's been honestly really awesome for them. They've been able to cover their girls by having their sticks up, body near girl, sticks in lane, and they've knocked down a lot of passes, interceptions, and they've just got to keep that ball in their sticks when they do those interceptions. Second
goal for McCauley. She now has 14 unofficially on the season. Haley, got to be careful. She's at 15. She's at risk of giving up the team scoring lead here. Come on. You talk about the youth. I've got them both as sophomores for this Farmington squad. It's a young group, and a young group that's had a lot of success already this season. That draw going the way of Fremont. See what response the Silverwolves have as Perry on it here. Oh, that ball literally leapt out and trying to regather it. Pressure there by Jackson. And the call here will give it back to Fremont. Perry working with Button.
I think they're, capitalizing just like Farmington was on keeping space, keeping it steady, waiting for their opportunity.
They really haven't had a lot of offensive possession in this game thus far. The one goal coming off of a start as another save made there by the sophomore.
That was a goal.
That's why you never give up, huh? Great resolve and stick-to-itiveness by Fremont.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that ball looked like it, came out of crease, may have knocked it in by, someone trying to pick up a ground ball and just unfortunately got past that goalie. Something that you talk about a lot with goalies or when training goalies is it's not necessarily the speed or the finesse of the shot. Sometimes those slow creeps are what get you. And that's exactly what happened there, is just finding that ball and being able to stop it from hitting past that goal line extended.
It's really been a nice start by Erickson, the sophomore keep. Has been good for them today, has had a couple nice saves, makes the save on that initial shot. Had a .673 save percentage coming into the game this afternoon. 3-2.
Switching up the draw. Smart division.
Yeah, one here by Clara Russin, another sophomore. Bales is Fremont setting up their defense.
Yeah, we have an open lane. Number 4 is cutting in.
Boy, good idea. Couldn't quite be handled. gets back on it. Well, that time Garside came way out, still out, trying to gather in the cluster. I think it's eventually won by Button. And now Fremont. Boy, Sargent looks intent here. Excuse me, this is Jensen. Jocelyn cutting through, gets to the net and scores, and we're tied up at 3.
Yeah, that was a perfect top shelf left shoulder. One of the harder spots for some goalies to save. But that's something that Erickson, I believe is the last name. Erickson's going to be, taking note of where those goals have been and where they might go again.
Well, that's a great job by Jocelyn Jensen. And my apologies, I thought it was Sargent at midfield, and then you kind of see that angle come around the jersey. It's like, no, that was 5. And, boy, Jocelyn, ever since she came out with it, she kind of recognized, hey, I got an opportunity to strike here. Mm-hmm. Found another level, that burst, and then to work through the double team. Good finish there for the senior.
Just shows the strength of stick skills and that, keeping determined to get down there really can pay off. Nice self-draw for Larson.
Oh, and then jarred loose.
Away.
Sargent able to gather it for Fremont as the Silverwolves have a chance for that first lead of the game. Stander playing over with Sargent, looking in front, defended well as Farmington trying to come out with it, and they will. Haley Larson playing that ahead, trying to take advantage of numbers. Moffitt. Boy, nearly ran right into Fremont. Still on it. McCauley
nice
works in front. Sant. Oh, good idea, but lost possession before that. Could be shot on frame.
In the sphere, he'll be staying with Fremont.
Oh, that pass couldn't be handled as that will trickle through and out.
I love seeing that Fremont's already working their way back to defense. They're not waiting for the attack to start approaching their way down. They're getting down. They're starting as a strong unit and waiting for the attack to come to them.
Playing ahead. McCauley, space will work to the side here. Roche.
Purple. One of my favorite colors. Let's see what this play's about to be.
It's got to have something special. McCauley trying to break through. Able to keep it. Larson.
If I remember correctly, I think Allie is nice interception takedown, is a transfer. They moved into the boundaries of Farmington. She was previously playing, I believe, for Weber. So great addition for the Farmington team.
Nice stick check there by Larson to disrupt. Sant saved. I thought she was going for the bounce shot. That was tracked well by Garside, but that clear did not come out cleanly, and it will be Farmington possession.
I'm just impressed that she had, the strength to be able to even give the power to shoot outside the 8. She's like, I got this. I'm going to try it.
There's good velocity there for Sant. That broken up. Here's Sant again.
So many touches on ball.
Yeah. That's when you're trying to get it in front of the cage there with Jackson. It's just a touch tall. As we approach our final 5 minutes of this first half. Talk about the games last year. Had 13 combined goals in the first matchup, 17 in the second. And in this first half, we've got just 6 combined. Kind of the MO you would expect in this matchup. As that one knocked loose thanks to the stick of Kearns, but Fremont's still on it. Jensen, boy, you can see her setting up that lane. Shot in a goal, and Fremont takes the lead.
Yeah, she felt the pressure of that defender on the right side of her body. She did a little tuck dodge, got in the front side, was able to release a beautiful shot.
You kind of tell she was setting that up, right?
100%. Yeah, no, with her pulling out and taking that angle, she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew she was wanting to drive, that she was creating herself a lane by backing up and opening up that valuable left side.
Third goal of the game for Jocelyn Jensen. Make it 27 on the year.
Not too shabby.
That's in 5.5 games.
Yeah, that's not shabby at all.
You could say that she's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No argument.
We're going to...
That's happened, I think, a few times coming off the draw. Is just a little lack of communication saying, back to the fundamentals, hey, I got ball. And they've just kind of, pushed over each other.
So Farmington.
Russin has it right now.
Yeah, starting with it.
Yep, she's able to go.
First time the Phoenix have trailed. We'll see what response Coach McCauley's group has. Oh, good feed in front. The first one didn't go. That one hits off the pipe. Oh, goodness. Cassie Moffitt. That's one she would love to have back.
That was so close.
So close. Farmington still with it here. Stevens. Ice on, bring Roche up. That defended. Farmington trying to get back on that with Moffitt. In the air, Sant knocking it back, and will gather. Riley.
Charge.
So that will give it back to Fremont.
Yeah, so that'll be perfect. They'll be able to have a self-start with inside that 8 with the new rules of this season. In the sphere. Going back to Fremont.
And now looking for some reinforcement help on this clear. Perry. Up with Button.
Yeah, they have a lot of room between themselves or Fremont and the defendants.
Yeah, they got some numbers here. Button with a bounce shot, and we had a whistle.
Shooting space. So that will be retracted back. She will be setting up on the 8-meter to be able to have another opportunity for a goal.
So this will be Button from straight away.
Yeah, setting up for a strong power shot. Wait on the backside. Once that whistle goes, adjust.
Bounce shot and a goal. A 2-goal lead here for Fremont as Raina Button scoring her first of the game.
Yeah, I was kind of doing a talk through of that, verbally and mentally. She's setting up on the 8. She was able to have her pressure over her back leg, elevate that forward, do a great follow through, and release it to the bottom of the cage.
It's been a 4-0 run here by Fremont. It was 3-1 for the home side, and the Silverwolves have responded well. We head back here to the draw. 2.5 to go in this opening half.
Nice pickup.
Gathered by Jackson. Well, it has Larson if she can get it to her. Haley with it. Trying to work around that D. Denied by Garside. Nice job there by Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe's showing her strengths. She is going to be playing D2 college this next year, and she's setting herself up for a great season this year and even better next year.
Sant here to start it for Farmington. Looking up with Moffitt.
It looks like Fremont might be switching up their goalies. Looks like Mackenzie's going to be probably switching for Zoe. Nice lane. Unfortunately, a check, which is getting called.
So Farmington here set up. Coming in. Nice. Allie, shot and goal. Allie McCauley with her third of the goal of the game.
Yeah, no, she did a great job. She was creeping up on that crease, able to contain her momentum going forward. If she would have crossed over that crease, it would not have been a goal, but she was able to contain herself, keep outside of that crease, and keep that goal good.
Well, how important of a goal is that for Farmington? I know there's still a minute and a half to go, but you talk about the run that Fremont had put together, and to be able to get a goal late, get a little bit of confidence back in that offense. You talked about the change in goal. That happens here for Fremont.
Freshman.
Yeah, it's Mackenzie Souza coming in here. And Farmington will have it.
Yeah, something that's awesome for the Fremont team is that Mackenzie is, I believe, the only Utah player that is on the Stars and Stripes USA national team. So that's super cool for the Fremont.
Yeah. Work behind Roche. Stevens trying to look in front. Defended well there by Kate Jenkins. That outlet pass works.
Clear.
Here come numbers for Fremont.
She's got some legs on her. Look at her go.
Jensen already has the 3 goals. And the whistle there on the D.
The sign was stick to body contact. I think it was a push, though. Just mix up of a signal.
Jensen with it.
Nice.
That shot was high. Backed up here.
Phoenixes were able to get a stick on it, which was able to knock that shot a little bit further than Fremont was wanting.
Do you hold here for the last look of your Fremont? No, you don't. You work right in front. You shoot and score.
Beautiful. That is their second goal from that nearly hanging hash with that little tuck dodge, checking their stick, going in with that left hand, and releasing it to the back of the net.
Such a silly question.
Yeah, why hold
This is why I'm not a coach, huh?
Take those opportunities as you get them.
And Fremont pushes it back here to a 2-goal lead, 6-4. 30 seconds to go.
Nice. That was clean.
Yeah, draw one there by Larson. Haley running up. Over with Stevens. Tries to get around, and a goal. Fremont gets the 2-goal lead. Farmington draws right back to within 1. Beautiful work.
Yeah, that goalie out there is out there trying to, just mirror what just happened. She's not going to let that spot happen again. She gets that repetition a few times, practices after, and hopefully doesn't let that back in.
So Farmington with a nice response there. 20 seconds to go.
Beautiful. Once more. That self-draw.
Yeah.
Getting it on the backside of Fremont, keeping that control.
Haley through the whole defense, and she ties it up. Haley Larson doing everything from the draw to the finish, and it's tied at 6.
Yeah, beautiful, well done. Able to, like you just said, work her way through all that defense. Something I thought was super cool that she did was she kept it in her right hand that whole time. That's not necessarily a bad thing, as she was able to maneuver it through all that defense, keep it protected, and not even a check near her.
Back-to-back goals scored about 12 seconds apart there for Farmington to draw back even.
Mixing it up, nice.
Here's Button. Can Fremont get a late goal? Clock ticking down. Got to get a shot away. They will not, and that will do it. Our first half, Fremont Farmington tied up at 6. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back. Start of the second half. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. 6-6. Fremont Farmington tied up. Was a 3-1 lead for the Phoenix. Fremont came back to take a 5-3 lead. Pair of goals late for Farmington to tie it up. In the final 20 seconds has us neutral.
Yeah.
And the start of the second half. Kenzie, anything you learned in the first half and maybe things you look for here in half number 2?
I really look forward to see how Farmington comes back to go against the Fremont defense. They play back around Fremont, and I want to see how Farmington capitalizes on having that man always open with the backer.
It is Farmington possession to start. They really dominated possession for a lot of that first half.
Nice
They look,
center.
Here with Larson. She's got a pair of goals. Make it 3 as Haley Larson strikes early for Farmington. That's now 3 goals in a span of about 50 seconds for Farmington.
Yeah.
If you go back to the first half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's been fast-paced for them. They've had a lot of looks to each other, a lot of trust. They've had a lot of grit and tenacity throughout their attack, and they've had some great plays so far.
And you talk about the goal scorers. Talk about a lot of balance to the Farmington offense. Haley Larson with 3, Alex McCauley with 3, and Alexa Stevens with 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the duo of Stevens and Larson shouldering the majority of the offense today. Off the draw, guess who? Haley Larson. She's been dominative the last minute.
Yeah, Fremont was able to have strong defense, on-air body defense right off the beginning. Larson was able to roll off of it and get that ball passed forward.
Shot and save. Garside back in the cage. That one got through. Back-to-back goals here for Farmington. This one scored by Jackson.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that goal she just made. So many people make the mistake of when the ball's on the ground, they immediately want to stand up and shoot right at the goalie's stick. You know, all that momentum is like, okay, we're down low, the ball's low, let me shoot high, right? But the goalie's already set up high. So she's ready for the shot. So most of the time they go from the ground right up to the top shelf and the goalie's stick. She was very smart, picked it up, turned, and just golfed it in.
Talk about the goalie change late in that first half for Fremont. Garside, who got the start today, back in the cage here for Fremont. And she makes a really nice initial save on that one. To your point, you just get a second opportunity and capitalize there quickly. As this draw captured by Farmington again. This is Michaela Jackson on it.
Stick to body contact. Ball will be going back to Jackson.
Boy, for Fremont, we talked about the defense in that first half. Very nice job deflecting passes, getting turnovers. What do they got to get back to here? Because it feels like there's a lot of momentum here for the Phoenix.
I think it's just matching the energies, making sure that do what they just did there. Get their sticks up and try and shadow that ball.
Couldn't be cleared, though, and Farmington's still on it here with Moffitt. Larson was calling for it back. She has it now. A double coming. Working in front.
Smart. Way to pull it out. That was smart.
Boy, that was an athletic reception of that pass there for McCauley. She had a sky to haul that one in.
Yeah. Reached tall with a jump. Flag on the play. Going back to, it looks like the hanging hash. Oh, maybe the dot. Yep, going back to the dot.
Sant works that out. Stevens. Roche able to easily gather that. Pass in front somehow found its way to Jackson.
Yeah, that's just teamwork right there. It was supposed to be going to Haley, but Jackson was able to catch it.
Sant coming back, and that one shied away by Garside. think she got a piece of that. Mm-hmm. It's a good look there for Riley.
Yeah, it was a great look, rolling off, feeling that pressure, getting her arms up and free, and just launching it. Something Riley does not lack is some strength in her shots.
That jarred it loose, but Farmington getting back on it. They just feel quicker to the ball right now.
Yeah, I feel like they just have a next level energy on the attack where they're able to, even when they have nice.
That in front and a goal. This is Michaela Jackson, her second of the half, and it's now the largest lead of the game for Farmington.
Yeah, that was beautifully executed. Great look ahead, smart passes, short passes, controlled passes as they released that last goal.
And this is now a 6-1 run for Farmington.
Yeah, that's awesome for them.
Talk about undefeated on the year. A young group. They showed nice resolve, really going back to the final minute of that first half. As we're set to draw here again. Face off or draw here, captured by Fremont. Here's Perry. If you're Fremont here, Kenzie, where do you go? Possession has been it's been tough for them to find the last 5-6 minutes of action. Mm-hmm. You feel like maybe a premium possession here. Who do you look for?
Possession's great, but the speed and the tenacity is what's going to be better for them. Farmington had so much speed on their attacking end. Fremont needs to match that or excel that on their attacking end.
And a call here gives it to Farmington. I think this is Carter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that one.
Kate Carter.
Yeah, taken away there by Fremont.
Carter's still down on the ground. Hopefully she's all right.
And just getting back to her feet now. Fremont, meanwhile, on their feet, running.
Farmington had the numbers, able to get her back to X, waiting for her teammates to enter their way down to the attacking side.
And they ran Jensen through there. Couldn't get her the ball as Higley lost that on the turf here. Captured by Erickson.
Across the body. Defender will be going for behind.
Here's Bales. Eddie with room in front. Bales here will be able to start it. Working right in front.
Clear open goal.
Yeah. Roche, boy, they had Garside come out to try to defend it, and Roche was able to get the step and wide open.
Yeah, I mean, being a goalie that can step out and be that eighth defender per se, it's always great, but they have such a talented team here with Farmington that they were able to capitalize on that pass, able to turn and just release it right to the center of the net.
Timeout here taken by Fremont as they trail 10-6. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Just under 20 minutes to go here in regulation. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. As this game was tied up 6 at the break. And it has been all Farmington since that point. Kenzie, if you're in that Fremont huddle, how do you try to invoke a little bit of energy? Because it just feels like Farmington's been quicker offensively and defensively in the second half.
It really does depend on the team, but what I find most effective is talk about the highlights and mention or things to work on, but you've got to highlight the positive things that are happening out there because that's what's going to pump them up. You know, the way a lot of girls work in general is that they need 3 positives, 1 negative. And so just keeping it on the positive side as much as possible to build that energy is something that is super great to do.
We have made another change here in cage for Fremont. And at halftime, Zoe, it looked like they were kind of attending to her. And I don't know if that had kind of played to the second half, but she is off again here. And so they do look at the freshman, Mackenzie Souza, back between the pipes here for Fremont. And we'll see if that invokes anything for this Fremont side.
I mean, they got that draw, so that gives them some energy right there. We got their fast feet.
Right in front, and a quick goal scored by Fremont. It's Raina Button.
That was, we just had the perfect angle of that. That was beautiful. She found the lane, got her arms free, and was just able to soar it right over that defense, over the right shoulder of that goalie. Beautifully done.
And that does feel like the most energy, the most burst we've seen from Fremont in this second half.
They just got to keep that trucking forward.
(10-7). Second goal of the game for Button.
It looks like Clara Russon's up on draw, giving Haley Larson a little bit of break.
That's coming near side.
Ryan picked it up.
Yeah, captured by Farmington. They'll
in the sphere.
Yep, keep it here. Here comes Russin. Clara.
The energy just for Fremont has stepped up. Defense is there.
It's different.
They are surrounding. They are hungry.
There even felt like a couple of plays where the staff was just like, what are we doing? Like, let's go, you know, and that appears to be remedied.
Yes.
Sant here from X. Coming around, rolls back, and that's shut down by Souza. Looking for that quick outlet. This has been where Fremont has been their best, has been in transition. They're running down again. In front, boy, and that one just didn't quite have enough. Jeffries on the attempt. Kept in here. Here comes Jensen. Jocelyn looking in front. That defended well. Disrupted and broken up by Carter. And now Farmington.
Carter definitely used her height to her advantage there, tucking underneath all that defense. I was trying to check that away from her. Warding, that'll be going to Fremont.
And so we'll come back here to the Silverwolves. You kind of tell Bales didn't agree with the call. She was going to be very aggressive in that defense and was.
Yep. Just because you don't agree with the rest doesn't mean they're wrong.
Here comes Fremont. Bales there again, jarring loose. Fremont trying to regain it here. And Bales here on the turf. A bit of a scrum. Farmington trying to sweep it ahead. Still a ground ball. The ground ball that won't end here.
Finally regathered by Fremont.
Yeah, Fremont with it. Jeffries playing over with Sargent. They've done a nice job on Michaela today. They really haven't allowed her to get real great opportunities. Here's a low shot and a good save made there.
That goalie was chasing that very well.
Yes.
Cover going with Farmington.
Yeah.
Or could have been an empty check.
So that Phoenix defense able to hold. Bales winding up for a long outlet ahead to Sant. Riley skips across right in front, and that hits off the pipe for the second time for this Farmington offense. This time it's Stevens, and boy, she's maybe working something out on her shoulder.
Beautiful clear once again by the freshman.
Fremont on the counter, running down, Stander. Is this ball trickling to the corner? And that out. It will stay here with the Silverwolves.
I thought we were playing a little bit of a soccer game there for a
Yeah.
second, trying to kick it around.
Boy, action picking up here.
I like the positive aggressiveness. It's been a lot more entertaining.
Standard playing back with Jensen. Jocelyn coming in front. Saved.
That goalie just stiffed that.
Yeah.
Goal. That was beautiful.
Boy, Erickson, the sophomore, she was right on that one from the leading goal scorer of Fremont. Oh, and just lost it. Thole had that.
Both teams need to capitalize. I'm sorry. Both teams need to capitalize on these ground balls.
Yeah, here's Sargent taking it away. She's racing down one-on-one, and Sargent with her first goal of the game. McKaylee taking advantage of the turnover.
That's super exciting. McKaylee is a returning 2022 All-Region first-team player. So it's really amazing to see how her tenacity is passing through.
Boy, when you talk about turnovers and taking advantage, that's a nice job there by McKaylee Sargent. We just talked about it. Really hadn't been able to get her great opportunities. Farmington's done a nice job of defending her, and sometimes it's plays like that that just help that rhythm come together. And
she was able to knock away that pop up the ground ball, intercept that, and just take that energy and that drive to goal.
So we head back here to the draw. This gathered here by Farmington. McCauley. 3 goals in that first half for Alex. Played up to Jackson Michaela, and that just shot off target. Backed up here by Farmington. Enright working around. Nice find in front.
And saved, I think. Kenzie got a piece of that.
Back on it. Here's Larson. Haley, unselfish play and a goal for Farmington. A nice assist for Larson.
I don't think it's been called yet.
Goal, Farmington, number 27.
No, has not been called. Has not been called yet. Okay, goal was good. I apologize. So goal is good, but it will be, I believe, Farmington's ball at center because of push after the shot. Hopefully I read those signals right. I'm sorry if I didn't.
I think the goal was by, was it McCauley? See, you're on the interpretation here because there is no draw. We're just starting.
Yeah, so, Farmington did the smart, Fremont did the smart thing, got all their defense down, waiting for Larson to come to them.
We're just inside of 14 minutes. We're just letting our official clock catch up with ours. Farmington on it. Played over here with McCauley. That help took away that angle. She'll work back over. Sant. That shot. Tough angle there.
Mm-hmm.
Kept here by Farmington. Larson tosses back. Enright. With Roche.
Oh, flag. All right, 3 seconds. Set on number 24, Fremont. Ball will be going back up to the 12, I believe, at Lauren Enright. This is time where, they just got to figure out how they're going to capitalize on this. They got 3 defenders from Fremont paying attention to ball.
Enright handing off. Shot. Boy, good look. Larson was nearly on that. Souza kind of caught. She'll retreat here. Sant playing over. Good flow by that Fremont defense.
Beautiful. Kept good body condition, positioning. Nice
that one intercepted, yeah. Now the first time we've said that tonight. Here comes Button. Looking up. Jensen ahead. Oh, and that pass just couldn't be handled. And coming out is Erickson. Boy, they nearly had Stander one-on-one behind that D.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Enright. She's trying to work through the defense. And the whistle here will bring it back.
Both teams are capitalizing on this time and space. They're both getting down to the attacking / defending end.
And right back with Larson.
We got a vocal goalie, which is awesome. That's not something you hear quite often, is someone that's loud enough that you can hear her up in the box.
Yeah.
Good on her.
Farmington, a lot of patience here. Saw this in that first half, right? Spread everything out. Feed in front. Couldn't be handled there by Stevens. Good thought, just a little tall on that pass. Boy, look at Larson racing back defensively. Forced a really tough pass there. And this recovered here by Carly Stevens. Looking up the line, couldn't be completed. Perry with it here for Fremont. Approaching 10 minutes to go here in regulation. Oh, working around, shot and a save. That one kept out by Erickson again.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, Fremont was able to sneak by the backside of defense, catch that ponytail, and get a release on goal, but Erickson stopped that drive.
Another turnover here. Here's Perry.
Across the body, looks like it's going to be taken back up to the 12.
It'll be Perry again here. Work down, little turnaround, that denied. Jocelyn finding her way in front, and that doesn't go in. Couldn't tell if maybe...
Yeah, it looked like a bouncer shot. Just had a little too much, I guess, power, but also was a little too far ahead of the goalie to make it into the back of the net with that angle.
Boy, Cooksey was all alone in front. The pass maybe led her just a step too far, and now it's Larson on the push here for Farmington. Over with Sant. Riley. Plays over with Enright.
Another knockdown.
Yeah. Out with Larson. Little screen there. Haley trying to split it. Boy, Jackson nearly found it. Right in front, and she does, and scores! Michaela Jackson now with her third goal of the game.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. She was able to keep that right past the goalie. This is something we talked about a little bit ago, is that it's not necessarily about the finesse, the speed of the shot, but those slow creepers, and that's exactly what that looked like that got on Souza. So, yeah, now she's going to memorize that, make sure it probably doesn't happen again.
Well, that's one where I actually thought the opportunity maybe wasn't going to be there, because the initial look, it's like, oh, she just missed that one, and then she stays with it, gets it back, and able to finish it.
Yeah, I don't think it was there. I think she created it to be there. You know, she was able to get that a little bit of open space and just release it through the back of the net.
So the lead pushed back here to 4. That's now 3 different Phoenix players with a hat trick today. Off the draw, Fremont able to possess. Bounce shot, kept out. Boy, Erickson, she's been really strong all game, but this second half, she's got 4 or 5 great saves.
Beautiful saves. She's one that puts in a lot of work out of season. I believe she's played with a few national teams. That's really excelled her level of play. To bring her onto the Farmington team just takes them to the next level.
Clara here. Working to end right. This played back and around. Good recognition there by Bales. She wanted that pass, but Fremont just brought a player up.
Yeah, they're keeping
so important to see first, right?
Exactly. Being able to see, have those eyes forward, exactly what you need. Keeping it slow and steady. Stick to body contact. Oh, it looks like it was a cross check maybe. The ball will be staying with Ryan on the dot. There's a flag on the plate. The ball will stay with Ryan. I believe she's going to the hanging hash.
Yeah.
She's a right-handed player, so this is not a terrible position for her.
Coming in. Well, how about that patience?
Yeah.
Doesn't force a look.
Yeah, don't frantic play.
That one lobbed up, now on the ground. Trying to be ushered into.
Crease violation. So that means a Farmington player will be going behind the Fremont goalie. Oh, just kidding. That was on the opposite side.
Yeah.
It would be Fremont defender crossed through the 8, so it's going to Farmington. That's less likely. False start.
Yeah, premature there. I actually thought Fremont was trying to kind of usher that ball back to Souza, so I thought that was, well, not a common, but I thought the correct call.
Yeah, no, I think it was a correct call. I mean, we just had bad angles, so a little less common to see your own defense cross in.
Right. Here's Souza.
Souza's had some great clears so far. Let's see how precise this next one's about to be. Short and easy.
Yeah, they'll work this patiently up.
Nice dodge.
Mickelson still holding here. As Moffitt came charging back for Farmington. Higley now trying to work it through the middle. Around that screen, Higley still with it. Looking here, Higley now from X. The contact there sends Higley down. We'll draw the whistle.
Yeah, it was in the sphere. Most people might have saw that. But she'll be going to the first inside, defended behind for an 8-meter opportunity. Goalie is ready with her fast feet. She has 2 strong defenders.
Bounce shot was just wide. Good positioning there for Farmington. As Stevens, right place, right time. Farmington, and right. Through the middle here.
Nope, just a little low.
Yeah, Moffitt going to try to get there, but won't be able to. We'll head back to the Silverwolves. Inside of 4 to go here.
Yeah, there was a pass, so it was a pass out by Farmington, coming back in with Fremont.
Time starting to become an issue here. Can score quickly, but how many possessions left can you find? Button sends this down with Jensen. 3 goals today, all in the first half. Jocelyn, another little scooper, and another save put on by Erickson.
We got 2 players down. Both looking like they're all right, getting back up.
That one knocked loose. Fremont working to Jocelyn. Shot on goal. Boy, a big heater from Jocelyn Jensen.
Yeah, defense was there, body on. Goalie was ready, but Jocelyn was able to just rip that past him.
3 to go here. Big goal there for Fremont. Their hopes here tonight. We talk about this Region 1. Farmington, the lone undefeated team in region play. 3-1 loss teams. Fremont, Syracuse, Davis. You don't want to go 2 losses in this region. It's just so tough. So many good teams, quality teams. Every region game is so critical. And
With a lot of those teams have very deep benches too, so that also helps a lot. Looks like they're trying to figure out how to set up this draw. The Silverwolves are wanting to do that left-handed pull. Not a bad strategy.
And Fremont able to come away with it. Perry. Back inside. And the call there.
Stick to body contact. I believe that is the 8 she'll be setting up on for a free position opportunity.
This will be Holly Perry.
Oh, I apologize. She's going on to the 12.
Oh, right in front is Sargent, but couldn't handle it. Button with it. Back over to Perry. Trying to find a little seam. She got it. Perry, the shot and the goal. First goal of the game for Perry.
This gap is closing faster than we all expected.
Yeah. Boy, felt like Farmington had this game by the throat, was kind of controlling it. And next thing you know, back-to-back goals by Fremont.
You can almost say they may have gotten maybe not the right word, but a little cocky. You know, feeling a little too comfortable having the ball down on the attacking end, where defense was able to capture it, take it back down, get goals, and just get the opportunities just like there.
And look who's standing at center, just patiently waiting. It's Haley Larson, who's so dominative on draws today.
Yeah, she's had a lot of self-draws that have been captured and have been really well for her.
It's Sargent and Larson. Big draw. And Fremont, boy, thought they had it. And they do come away with it. Button pushes ahead. Here's Sargent. Has space in the middle. She's found it. Sargent, the shot. And that one trickled in. And it's a 1-goal game.
Yeah, they've had a few of those trickle goals, and they sneak on you. Farmington's had 2 of those, I think, from my count. Silverwolves have also had one. It looks like we're having a timeout on the Phoenixes.
Timeout. Farmington trying to regroup here for these final 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one when we come back. Welcome back. 2:05 to go. Farmington leading Fremont 12-11. Been a quick 3-0 burst here by Fremont. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Kenzie, if you're Farmington, we played this game earlier. You're Farmington, right? Like Fremont has all this momentum. What are you saying in that huddle? Try to close this out.
Get your energy back. Get hungry. Want it. You got to want the ball. You got to want it for your teammates. You got to want it for yourself. Bring that energy to the field. You only got 2 minutes left. Put it all out.
So we'll head back here to the draw. And really, when you think about how pivotal draws are, Fremont's won the last 3. It's led to goals. It is Larson and Sargent again. Just over 2 minutes to go in a game where first place in Region 1 on the line early in region play. Larson back to her old self there, huh?
There we go. Able to regather herself in that timeout.
Haley bringing it ahead.
Let's see if they do like a keep away or if they let it go.
Farmington working this down. Space there. Oh, that just jarred loose, but we'll get the whistle here.
We're in those less than 2 minutes. Every whistle is a stop clock. Trying to do my best to keep it with the scoreboard out there.
Stevens here from the angle. Coming back inside. Gives to Larson. A little bit of space there. Fremont able to take it away. 90 seconds to go here in regulation. Haley stepping around. Has a shot, and that hit off the post. Ground ball. Fremont trying to get it. And Farmington, boy, looked like they had it, and they do, as Enright coming away with it. Here's Roche. Sends this wide to Enright. Started by Enright. Working back with McCauley. Possession right now, everything for Farmington.
Yeah, they got only 1 point lead. They got to keep that possession.
Set near side, Moffitt, a lot of time. Now Larson, boy, you got to start pressure here if you're Fremont.
Yeah, you got to play really tight pressure, letting no one by you. I think possibly even like they're doing now, double teaming.
Farmington again here will have the start. It'll be with McCauley. And that one turned over. Fremont, they'll have an opportunity. Clock down to 15. Here comes Higley. And we've got a whistle. We've got 11 seconds left. Fremont will start it. It'll be Higley. And the clock, 11 seconds being put on the clock here. Here we go, final seconds. Higley looking in front. They got it, and it's saved. But we've got a call here on the far side. We'll give it to Farmington, I believe.
Goalie.
Yeah.
Maybe a crease violation.
How about the save with 5 seconds left for Erickson to deny Fremont? And that will do it as the game comes to a conclusion. Farmington holding off Fremont 12-11. What a ball game. Kenzie, your final thoughts and a selection of our player of the game.
I think that was an amazing game overall. I think for going with the Silverwolves, Sargent is a name I don't think we stopped saying. She had a little bit of a slow start to the beginning, but fired up and excelled at the end. I think she played a well-rounded game. For the Phoenixes, I think they were so well-rounded. As you said, we have 3 players with hat tricks throughout this game, so I think it's super hard to really define it on one. But putting it the last few seconds, our goalie, Erickson, she sealed that off for this team, and that's what I think really made this happen for them.
Great selection. I was going to give her a nod if you didn't. Fantastic game for Ellie Erickson as she holds off this Farmington offense. 12-11, Fremont remains undefeated in region play and on the air as they defeat Fremont. For Vince Francis, Kenzie Christiansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. A reminder, we'll have girls games the rest of the way, all the way to state championships, only on KSLSports.com.